To start it up, okay, I'm just, bro. Like I'm just
Just
Microsoft,
get, just get into it, bro. Just like don't be scared, bro.
Microsoft, Microsoft. I salute you. I salute you. We talk shit about you twice now, and
It's been twice.
it's been twice.
Oh,
We talk shit about them while we were talking about Nintendo,
right.
and
We
then we
did.
talk shit about them about their own thing. And it's funny because the Nintendo one is now gonna get posted after this one.
Right. We
So
got a lot of backtracking to do right
yeah,
now.
there's a lot of backtracking. Microsoft. How can I start this? I feel like I want to cry. I feel like I want to tear, bro. This is the first time in a long time I feel like a gaming company is focused on the public. Like to drop something like this. I mean, even though yes, it's inferior to the Xbox Series X, but to drop this Xbox Series S with what it's capable for, I mean, what it's capable of with the price that they gave, bro. Bro, like I don't know what to say, bro.
There's from a company standpoint, and we spoke about it when we were talking about the PS5's pricing. We talk about how the COVID crisis would eventually affect the landscape of pricing next gen hardware.
Yeah,
And we spoke about it, and I told you that I'm like, I think, this could be like a determining factor on how companies would price it.
yeah.
I didn't think, I didn't think what Xbox did has been regarded within, like, I've seen it on Twitter, Facebook. Um, it's been such a consumer friendly approach to launching the next generation of gaming that and the reach it has, literally,
Yeah.
like, we're gonna get into details about it as we progress through this podcast, but just what they've done and how accessible they've made next gaming
Look, Jaming, yeah, is a
next
gem.
gaming, yeah, gemming,
Gem.
next gemming, next gaming, console software available to so many people and so many options. Which, like, I'm like, wait, what? What are they? You hit me up with the whole, access, Xbox access. I'm like, what is all this? And I'm like, listen, let's let's slow our horses right now, Xbox.
Yes,
But
yes.
we're gonna get into details regarding that. But
All right. So real quick, the one thing that everybody wants to know was the price points, right? What are we looking at in buying these new consoles? Unfortunately, we don't have Sony yet. We thought we were gonna have something, but I believe that they're sitting at the table right now and they're yelling at each other. They're like, "Yo, what do we do? What do we do?" And that's it. But as of now, officially from Microsoft, we have the Xbox Series S landing at $299. $99, bro. That is crazy. I didn't even think I can say that for a next gen console. And then the Xbox Series X is standing at $499.99.
$499, right?
Yeah.
$499.99, yeah.
So then something that was kind of hidden underground that a lot of people don't know is that Xbox decided to say, we understand what's going on with this pandemic. We understand what's going on, people, financially. We are going to allow the Xbox All Access to continue over to Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X. For those who don't know what Xbox All Access is, think of it as a financing or a monthly plan, right? It's a monthly
Right.
plan that you can pay monthly. You have your Xbox, but your Xbox is locked to the account you gave them. So
Right.
let's just say it was my I don't know, xfredinator at whatever.com. That account is locked into that Xbox, but once you finish paying off the price, it unlocks and you can do whatever you want with it as if it was yours. But then, because I thought it was over that, I thought it was finished, right? I was like, okay, that's cool.
No, no, no.
But then, But yeah, it's like Microsoft said, but wait, there's more. Microsoft said, along with the Xbox All Access, we're gonna give people the Xbox Ultimate Pass. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's basically any game that's on the Xbox you can play for the fee that you're paying for the Xbox All Access. So if you're trying to get the Series S, I believe it's let me check real quick, $25 per month. You get everything. You get your Xbox. You get your Ultimate. You get your online subscription for $25 a month, bro. You get all that, right? If you're trying to get the Series X, it's $35 a month. There is no way you can beat that.
Right. But wait,
there's more. Bro, you can go on with the next.
Okay, so they have so Xbox in a stunning move, they partner with EA. And now not only do you have access to, you know, the Ultimate Pass with their own library of, you know, video games, now you have access to EA's library of games. You get discounts on new games. You get access to, you know, pre-access to. I'm like, when I saw because the information came like overnight, so literally like
it just all dropped. And I believe the EA came out today, right?
Right,
like
the
just
EA
randomly.
Right, and Twitter is just like, Xbox is like, hey EA, what if you guys decide to just like join us? And EA is like, oh sure, okay, let's give it. And it's just, I cannot believe that they have seamlessly just created this so fast, just kind of like, because we watched the conference, we watched the Xbox conference, and we weren't blown away. You know, we weren't. There wasn't anything, and they spoke about the Game Pass and the Ultimate Pass, how this was going to be the future of gaming. But this is kind of like, this is the caveat. This is it. This is what they're offering you. And then not only on top of that, they're giving you a financing plan. So it's just like, look, listen, guys, we know that a lot of you guys are out of work. We're going to, hey, listen, Oprah,
we'll figure it out.
Everybody gets an Xbox.
All right, no. Before we get everybody way too hyped about that, it's still financing, meaning that you have to have good credit. It's not like they're just going to, not good credit, decent credit. Like, as long as you could pay a phone bill, I'm pretty sure that they'll allow you to do this. Right. You know, this is not like financing a car or anything, or a house or a boat or anything like that. This is a gaming console, and they want to make it affordable for everybody. And there's something that the Bull brought up today that completely crossed my mind, and it basically is in the last sentence. They're making it for everybody. Now, we just saw Sony say you might have to sign up because it might not be enough product. That's what you said, right? Don't start like that. Now with this announcement, you better come back and be like, yo, we're gonna have enough product for everybody, okay? and then at least say that. Right. Don't give us a price and then sit back down. But now you're facing a company that is forcing people to go online so they can be in the front line to getting a PS5. Right. And then you have Microsoft that's making two consoles with no sign of them saying, oh, we're gonna be short. Right. So listen.
They've made it sound like you're gonna wake up on launch day and it's just gonna be in your house. Like, you're gonna wake up and like, oh look, I got an Xbox. And it's just like, you know, and like I told you today, I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, they didn't, you know, Xbox didn't say that we're not gonna have enough of it. They didn't say that it's gonna be limited to certain regions. They didn't say that you won't be able to. They basically said, look, guys, you might not have no money. You got some good credit. We'll give you an Xbox. Hey, look, guys, you might not have money to buy our games, but you know what? Ultimate Pass, you got that. And I'm just like, they're just EA. Hey, listen, you like EA games? You like Titanfall? Hey, guys, you can play that now.
Right there, before you continue. People have to understand, you can hate EA all you want. All the 2Ks are EA. All the Battlefields are EA. Apex is EA. Fucking Plants vs Zombies
Conglomerate
is
is-
EA.
my
The
God.
Sims are EA. FIFAs are EA. The Star Wars games are EA. Now, what bothers me is that exclusive for Microsoft, or are they going to do the same thing? Because if it becomes an exclusive deal or timed exclusive, that's going to hurt Sony a lot.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
I'm just like, yo, what is can y'all put down the stick? Stop beating up Sony right now, because I need Sony to say something.
and I'm just a little like you said, and I do agree with you. The Sony wasn't. It was this game of like, you know, it's like Price is Right.
Yeah.
We bid 201, and then you know, PlayStation's not like, where do we go from here? And I'm just like you said, and I already have Game Pass already on my Xbox.
Mhm.
So like I told you before, we discussed it a little bit earlier. Like I said, now they're coming out, gun swinging. Everything is just like they are set to win this. You know,
This
we don't
race,
want to
yeah.
say there's a console war, but when it comes down to money, business, whatever, it is. You know, you want to profit more than your competitor,
Yeah.
regardless. You know, whether you want to be a fanboy, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about straight money
Yeah.
and who's gonna make the most in this. And Xbox has positioned themselves to make the most.
Yeah.
Because they definitely, like I told you earlier, the only way PlayStation can recuperate from this is either they price their all digital exactly like Xbox. They have to do it. So now they're like, oh well. I'm like, oh, you think we're now? Oh, you playing for this? Okay, we're gonna price our all digital just like yours. So
Mhm.
now there's no moving ground. Now it's just like, oh, I can have a PS5 or I can have an Xbox.
Yeah.
And then we have to see from there, you know, all right, they price it the same. Now where do we go from there? Is the Ultimate Pass alone and EA enough to take away the gamers from PlayStation 5 to go into Xbox, you know?
Yeah.
And I just think that's where it gets, like I said, Ultimate Pass, I'm not a really, really big fan of it. Like I told you before, we discussed it. I don't think it has those titles that really will bring me,
Yeah.
because
yeah.
like there's a lot of titles out there. Like I downloaded Outer Worlds, I downloaded Crackdown 3, but those were the really ones that because I already bought Wolfenstein, I have already bought the ones that they're already, but now going into a new generation. So I don't know, Fred, I don't know.
See, and again, like we talked about this, I truly believe if Halo Infinite was a launch title, I really believe that Microsoft could have taken the first quarter easy. With
Right.
this announcement and Halo Infinite being a launch title, this would have taken first quarter easy. Guaranteed. Why? Because you can get your Call of Duty, which has been announced cross-play, so it doesn't matter what system you got it for,
Right.
and then you'd had Halo Infinite, right? So that would have been, I think that would have been an easy win. But even though we're mostly all positives, there's one thing about the Xbox Series S that I do not like, and it's that 512 gigabyte hard drive. Ladies and gentlemen, Call of Duty alone is almost 250 gigs. Okay,
Listen, don't start with the Call of Duty.
but we have to bring it back up. We got to bring it back up because 512 is not, you know, it's not a good number at this point. The Xbox Series S, I got my notes here, is 1 terabyte, which is still, you're still pushing it. You know, you're still pushing it. Especially if you get an all digital console, you have no choice.
Right.
You have no choice but to load everything. You know what I mean? So they did not say if the Series S has the expandable memory like the Series X.
I think it does. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's oh no, maybe it's the
It's,
I
the
don't
Series
know.
X
Yeah.
is the one that says it
That's
has
custom, custom.
it has an expansion
right.
expansion slot. I don't know about the Series S. If the Series S does not have an expansion slot, I personally will not be buying it because I
Right.
know how much memory this stuff is gonna take. Especially Xbox, Ultimate Pass, all those games you're gonna end up downloading.
Right.
You'll
You
probably
look-
download.
Yeah. Your average 30 gigs for a game.
Yeah,
30, yeah, 15 to 30 gigs a game.
yeah,
Easy.
easy. And then when I'm looking at games like not only Call of Duty, but I've seen a few games that's reaching 120 gigs I can't remember what game it was, but there was another game that I had in my drive that was 120 gigs. It was a multiplayer shooter. I just can't remember what it was, but
Last of Us was a lot. Final Fantasy
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII remake was a lot. I remember that. Yeah.
yeah. So that's the only thing about the Xbox hot plate I really don't like. The design I'm cool with. The Xbox Series, it looks like a hot plate. You know,
I just noticed you called it a hot plate. I'm like, did he say a hot plate? I'm
Yeah.
like,
it looks like a hot. Like if you laid it down, it looks like everybody could get into a circle. You know, put some scallops in there, take it out, pop it in. You know, but I get it. You know, you can't have a system pushing out power like that without some type of airflow. So I'm guessing that top thing is just, you know, a fan. Like in my
Right.
computer, I have a 120 millimeter fan. What, you gonna make fun of it? You gonna make
Right,
fun of it
exactly,
because I have a
right.
120 millimeter fan pulling out all that hot air, so it doesn't sound like a jet is taking off like my
Right.
PS4 Pro.
right. Just like.
It's been blown up The Last of Us 2 yet, bro. I
What?
I would get to the picture, and the PlayStation already knows. Oh shit, I gotta render grass.
Just fucking chugging along.
And I'm like, damn, bro, like you okay? But it's crazy. It's amazing news to me. It's still amazing news, and I can see the Xbox Series S flying off of shelves Christmas.
Absolutely. 120% agree with you. And just for the mere fact that you've given, not like I said, just selling it for $299 off the jump already, but just giving like options in terms of financing. It's just like those kind of things. And now, you know, you get the ultimate pass. You don't have to worry about, you know, because when you buy a system, you have to buy a game for it. That's already
Yeah.
60. Yeah. So it turns, no, don't worry about it. It's in your subscription.
And I forgot to say the biggest thing. Let me pull this up so I know that I'm not talking out my ass. But Xbox All Access is a 24-month financing program that signs you up to a contract giving you an Xbox Series S or X for a low monthly fee with, let's make these capital letters in bold, 0 interest,
Oh,
no annual fees, no installation cost, or at no hidden charges.
bro, you're going to be paying.
So it's $35 a month for the X, $25 a month for the S. You're not getting charged on
Yeah.
anything else.
You're not getting bamboozled with some extra like interest fees or all that stuff.
Bro, that just makes me say, let me get an X at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Because you can finance it and then that's it.
exactly. And the X honestly is the system you would want. You know what I mean? Like when it comes down to, if you're a gamer, you want to get those crazy load times, you want to get that nice memory, you want to get the most out of your game, you're gonna want to go with the X. However, normal consumers don't know anything between 1440p, 4K, and 8K. Half the consumers are still extremely happy with the 1080p screens.
Right.
You know, so when you advertise this can play your games in 4K, they're like, so what?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so what? Half the consumers don't know what HDR is. Half the consumer don't know what Dolby Atmos is. They don't know what that is.
Right.
You know, so it's like, okay, but can this console play the games? And then they're pointing at the S, and then, you know, your GameStop employee or your Best Buy employee or wherever you at says, yeah, it plays the same games. All right, let me get that.
Right. and not only that, now you have an alternative for parents who could just buy. Oh, you want the new Xbox? Oh, sure. They won't know. Like you said, 4K, 8K. If they have a TV that supports that resolution and, you know, ray tracing and this and that, these kids don't know that. And now parents have now set themselves up for a great holiday because they could just be like, oh, look, $4.99. Oh, look, what? $2.99? I can finance this? I can give my kid a wonderful Christmas and then just have them with the ultimate pass or whatever. It is, like I said, like you said before, it is just a consumer-friendly onslaught that they have activated their kill streak, and now they are bombing Sony right now. And Sony has been quiet. I thought
They said they were
Sony
gonna
has
announce something, right?
So that was listen. Sony has been quiet, celebrating their first PlayStation. They have not mentioned anything till now. I don't know what's going on. I thought something maybe they were gonna try to like incorporate something with the Call of Duty Cold War
Yeah.
multiplayer reveal. I thought something. It just said played on PlayStation 5, and that's all I saw. And there wasn't anything like, oh, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I really the the best thing about this, I was talking on my Mario Sunshine stream. The best thing about this is waiting for Sony's answer.
Yes.
It's like that's the best part about this. Like, I know what I want. You know what I mean? I mean, I can praise the Xbox Series S for whatever. But at the end, I know that my PC can wipe them off the floor, and these games are coming out for PC, so I'm gonna get them there anyways. But to support that, I would actually buy the S for a friend of mine that doesn't have, money and wants to play the Halos or the Gears of War, whatever comes out for it. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yo, it's $300. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to spend $600 on a 3080.
Right.
You know, I can fill up 2 houses with an Xbox at that point. But when it's all said and done, it's really, it's crazy, bro. It's a really interesting thing, and like I said, the craziest thing about it is, what is Sony's response? Are they gonna respond? And like you said, I feel like the only response they can have is saying, listen, this all digital version is going to also be $299, but that also means that they're going to eat a lot of loss.
Right.
They're going to eat a lot of loss because both of those consoles are built the same. The only difference was that one doesn't have Blu-ray, the other one does. The Xbox, between the Series X and the Series S, it's a plethora of different changes. The video card is different. Everything inside the S is different. So they're still selling at a loss, but not as great as if Sony did that.
Right.
So.
And then you have to think, okay, so let's say Sony doesn't. They say they don't go tit for tat. They don't sell, their digital version, on Xboxes. Then, okay, so you sell it what, $50 more, and then what are you going to rely on? Now you're relying on what? Your hardware and exclusivity deals.
Yes.
Now, I can see, like, okay, if it's $50, you can have some kind of sway because you got $50. Okay, and now I can. So maybe they had it at $3.99 and one at $4.99. Maybe they $50 less. They can take a little bit of a hit there, and it's not, but it still leaves them in range with PlayStation and Xbox. Well, with the Xbox, so it's not a drastic $100. Oh, $100, I could buy this for.
Yeah.
And then, like I was telling one of our good friends, part of G&G, he asked me, well, what else could they do? Well, PlayStation can announce their own subscription, their own kind of ultimate PlayStation Game Pass, or maybe they go, well, you know what, guys, we're backward compatible now. And they just like pull a string, and then everything, and like, and it just
confetti comes down.
Confetti, like, oh, this was it, like this, And then what happens then? And I feel like I told you today, I was so excited to hear about, just seeing Twitter just blowing up and all these people just going crazy about what's the response, what's this, Xbox is doing this, and it's just like such a great time to be a gamer right now because there's so much going on. You have Nvidia with their graphics cards, and then you have pre-orders for the Xbox, and then you have PlayStation just kind of like, you don't know who I am, and I'm just like,
and then Nintendo just dropped the news. They said, they're making sure that their developers have their games 4K ready. So now we.
What is going on? Like, I can't. Like, this is what I said when I said we should really wait. Like, it's gonna be. you don't want to put a pre-order, and like, we don't know right now what's the. Because every pre-order is different, right? Every pre-order has a set of requirements of how much you have to put down up front before whatever. Like, we don't know. I'm just thinking if you pre-order a Xbox, you're gonna pull the full money down. I'm just thinking it like like, and that's not we're not including GameStop, and we're not including these other, stores, Best Buy, who have their own set of like prerequisites, and
Yeah.
what do you need to do to get this, and if they're gonna allow the financing, it is only through Xbox website.
Yeah.
Is that so? There's a lot of things, like they're like that's why I want to. It's very you're excited, but it's just like, well, what if the financing they pulled a little stunt? Well, you can only get it through our website, or you
Yeah.
can't get it through Best Buy, or you can't get that software through GameStop, and so right now I really want to like I said, let the dust settle because I want to see how accessible. Yeah, you guys are making it. You guys are selling me gold. Like I'm just like I'm an Eskimo, and you selling me ice, right? I'm like, oh sure, I'll take the snow. I'll take it. So like I said, it really depends on like you said, if it's the cheaper option. A lot of us, and I'm talking about the general population. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
the hardcore gamers like us, because we're gonna get everything regardless.
Eventually, we're gonna have
Right.
everything.
Eventually, we're gonna get it because in our line of work right now, we're reviewing games, so it's better for us to have everything just so we can, we have the versatility to review this and that.
Which is literally why I want to get the Xbox Series S, just to
Right.
say, yeah, I do have an Xbox and I played on it and I know what it feels like.
Right, exactly. So we're not just talking from a third party. So,
Mhm.
well, this guy played it, and no, we actually
Yeah.
played it, and
Yeah.
so like you said, I'm more. I love what Xbox did in terms of, but I'm really excited to see what PlayStation is going to do. It's just,
Yeah.
and I just listen. It's a good time to be a gamer. That's what I say. That's what I tell you.
No, it's fun. And with that being said, guys, we really would love to know your opinions about all of this on the comments below. You can catch us on podcasts, Gaming and Gossip G&G. You will find us. You can find him on twitch.tv. Focus Bull. Bull Focus.
Bulls focus. I'm gonna get that.
You gotta
I'm gonna get it squared away. It's just
you gotta get it straight up.
somebody
You know
said
what? You could
his
just
name.
press the show more and you'll see the links
Yeah,
and just click that.
Freddie
and
will
you'll
take
find
care of
them.
that.
Yeah, I'll
he's
take
ahead
care
of
of
the
all of that
list.
stuff. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's your boys from G&G. We are out of here.